Congratulations, Habs fans. It is official. The Montreal Canadiens have won the draft lottery and will be picking first overall in the 2022 NHL entry draft, which just so happens to be being held and hosted in Montreal by the Canadiens. So a perfect year for this team to be picking first. And, I'd love to celebrate more enthusiastically, but it's hard to celebrate a losing season and finishing last. But you know what? This is crucial for this organization. This is huge, a huge opportunity for the future of this organization, especially in the midst of a rebuild. And you know what? It's a nice consolation prize after such a historic playoff run with all those legends of the game with the Montreal Canadiens getting that close. Unfortunately, it led to, this season where we finished last. But you know what? We'll take it. This is going to make a huge difference for this team. And like I said, in the midst of a rebuild, but I do not think this rebuild is going to take too long. The past management had already been working towards gathering young assets and getting young assets into this organization. And the new management is already making an impact. I'm impressed. I'm looking forward to what the rest of what they can do. I mean, I can't say it enough. The excitement of getting Halifax's own Justin Barron into the Canadiens organization to surround the already stacked pool of young defensemen we have. And now we're adding who's likely going to be Shane Wright to the Montreal Canadiens, a center. And the prospect and the potential of having Nick Suzuki and Shane Wright down the middle for the Montreal Canadiens for the foreseeable future. I mean, that is a beautiful thought, isn't it? Isn't it? Now, Shane Wright is likely the consensus in who will go number one, but there's also Logan Cooley out of the U.S. development program, and there's Juraj Slevkovsky, sorry for the pronunciation, a big, winger who projects to be an elite scorer, and Simon Nemec. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on any of these guys. That's not my game. I'll do my research down the road, depending on who the Habs get. But you know what? This is exciting nonetheless to have the first overall pick, to be able to choose your guy, and this is absolutely huge. And you know what? I also love the messaging from Kent Hughes about this team aiming to make the playoffs next year. It sounds a little similar to what our past management would always say. And you know what? I'm a huge or what I should say is I'm not a huge supporter of tanking. So the goal should always be to make the playoffs. The goal should always be to compete. Our room should be competing nonstop. They need to know how hard it is and experience the grind of trying to get into the playoffs, and that'll make them better moving forward. Now, I like that we're going to aim for the playoffs next year. You never know. You never know with all the talent we're adding and what we have in the pool, but nonetheless, it is going to be an exciting season for Montreal next year, regardless of what happens, because of all that young talent, and to watch their growth moving forward under the leadership of Martin St. Louis. So you know what? If we don't make the playoffs next year, which is likely, the realistic outcome, in my personal opinion, we're going to see a lot of growth. We're going to see some exciting hockey, and we're going to see some elite skill on the Montreal Canadiens roster. This is a big day for the Habs. Again, don't want to celebrate too enthusiastically because it was a losing season, but winning the draft lottery, I mean, again, this is going to make a massive, massive impact on this Canadiens franchise moving forward. And yeah, I just can't wait for it. It's going to be a fun summer because after the draft, in which we're loaded with picks, 14, so we got the first overall pick, we got another one in the first round, then we have another 12 following that. I believe 10 picks in the first 4 rounds. I mean, we are set up. We may see trades on the draft floor. Kent Hughes trying to move up instead of what Bergevin used to do in terms of moving back and adding more assets. I'd love to see this Montreal Canadiens team target elite talent in this draft and really set this franchise up for a ton of success. I truthfully believe if Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton maneuver this the right way, Montreal will be one of the best teams in the league within the next 3 years. I'm not kidding. Within the next 3 years, one of the best teams in the NHL. We have the goaltending situation to figure out and Carey Price and all that drama, but we'll get that done. I'm starting to really trust the path that Gordo and Hughes are going down here. So this is very exciting. And then following that, we'll have free agency. I'm not sure how, active Montreal will be there, but again, this is, as much as I love the hockey season and watching the game of hockey and watching my Montreal Canadiens, I also love watching executives build teams. And, I can do that while also enjoying the NHL playoffs this year, which, despite some blowouts, have been a treat. And, just getting back to the love of the game. So, yeah, guys, can't wait for what's coming for this Montreal Canadiens team. Some news for the channel here, channel-wise. Unfortunately, Scotian Canadian, the channel is going to downgrade a little bit here. Changes are going to come. You know what? I'll explain that further. soon here, very, very soon here. But I just have to say that I love you all, seriously, all the support you've shown me throughout the years. And I did just recently put up a nice long piece of content with my good friend David. We've known each other forever. We got good chemistry and conversation, just two average Habs fans shooting the shit, having a few beers. So if you're looking for more content from me, you can check that out. It's probably going to be one of the last long pieces of content I do for the next foreseeable future, unfortunately. So guys, check that out. And again, I love you all. You're all the best. The fact that many of you have been with me this whole way, taking the time to watch my videos, I appreciate everything you've done for me. So thanks again. Go Habs, go baby. See you soon.